Hey everyone, so what's the deal today? I'm building this custom project I've been working on for sort of weeks now on the side. So I'm doing this video to sort of show you that. The sort of fun that would go into, every new pedal is a new surprise of challenges, and it's like a little puzzle you got to work out and like all the little hiccups along the way. So I'm going to show you what's going into this little custom build in terms of specifications with the customer and yeah, what it's taken to manufacture the box from my house. Two of my circuit boards should fit in one of these boxes, like so. So the pots and stuff up here, with the foot switches here, as long as I sacrifice the battery space that I would have had in the vertical sort of portrait space, small enclosure. So this is really exciting because it's just, look at that fit. I had no idea it would be so cross-compatible. This also means that I could have put in extra jacks for in and out loop in the middle. Like one of them's got a DC socket, I only need one socket, so there's enough room for a toggle to do an auto flip switch. So if I wanted to do any pedals in the future, I could do 4 jacks, send and return loop, toggle change switch. But on this pedal I haven't done that because I know this order is the sensible order. I don't really want to toggle the auto around. Look at this beautiful gold. I've got these gold circuit boards. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of experimentation with the LEDs. I've got 2 different brands. They need really different resistors. I'll work that out before I put them in. But that's why I'm going to start with 2 completely unpopulated circuit boards rather than grabbing a pre-made one and modifying it. I'm going to start with these from scratch. So yeah, I'm going to build up a little bit of the hardware into this box. I drilled this one with a paper template. Like I didn't have like a CNC laser cut jig or anything, for nothing fancy. It's like really DIY. To see if it was even going to fit, I made a new document the size of the enclosure and pretty much just pasted the Brown Sound and TSX layouts into each top corner. I then took a screenshot back to the customer to make sure the layout was pretty much what he had in mind before I went any further, and he gave it the okay. Then it was a matter of pasting all the artwork styles across from the Brown Sound project. This will be the drill template. So how did the print come out? There's a couple of tricks. The clear coat I haven't used on the Brown Sound and TS text where the white is, so that's a bit more matte, and you can actually feel the difference. Similarly here, so there's a bit of a sheen difference. This is matte, so it sort of pops up as a bit of texture. I've used the base gold to come through for the texts and put a little bit of accented highlights for a little tiny bit of white, and you probably can't see it, but just add a little bit of depth, like a bit of a bevel. Most of the work I'm going to need to put into building the circuit boards, but just to be excited and make sure everything's going to fit, I'll start mounting stuff in here. So I'm going to put this on like sort of a 45-ish degree angle. Because there's no battery, So I'll turn the soldering iron on. These switches, I'm going to put in 2 little links in each one. I got to get these cuttings that I put aside. I'm just visually inspecting the lugs are all fairly straight and undamaged because they do bounce around in shipping. I don't have the extractor on. Oh. But I normally would if I wasn't doing a video. So they're in straight. I will sort of kink it straight and cut it at the same time. Off into my little e-waste bin here. I'm preferring these flat dress washers because if you use these thin ones, they have a little bit of slack in them on the inner diameter, and these sort of spread the tear really evenly across the UV print, so it won't like gouge into it. Alright, so while I'm at it, serrated star washers for the audio jacks. 2 of them, 2 of them. I make sure I try and have a trick for everything to get the heights perfect so I don't have to measure every single time, think every time. If you put 3 nuts on, and I know they only come with 2, but I keep some beside me. The bottom one, don't go hard all the way because it sort of has a conical sort of shape. Just goes finger tight, don't wrench down on it. Same for both. Include the star serrated lock washer thingy, as that has a functional purpose. So I'm just making sure the shifter's not scraping on the UV print as I'm doing it. It's just, you know, a fraction of a mil off. And there's really not much room on this dress nut to grab it, so I am being careful. Alright, they're straight, they're the right way. The serrated washer in there is going to give it a bit of springiness to keep it tight over the life of the pedal. Okay, these I can save for later. I can put in the LED bezels. I'll put in some clear ones, and then I'm going to put in a red LED and a green LED for the TSX. So I've got clear ones, red ones, and some of these ones which actually seal up. For simplicity, I'm going with less is more. If I get these in now, I can just make sure that I'm not destroying the print at the same time. Sweet. Alright, that box is looking awesome. Look at that. I'm going to put it aside somewhere where I don't scratch it while I work on the circuit boards. But I just wanted to get this done so I've got something to be excited about. And it looks like it's all going to fit. So let's keep going. So here are the LEDs I'm going to use. Green's a short one, that's easy to remember. Red, these are the ones from Taylor that are famous. They're like labeled backwards sort of. The short leg is going to the wrong, but they don't advertise it. So these green ones are sort of high power, but the red one is like ultra high power. So that's going to need a bigger resistor, and I've got to work that out. Let's use a battery. So here's a draw of 10k. I'm going to try and start with that. So here's the 10, I think. That looks reasonable. By the time it gets diffused, yep. So that's 1k, looks pretty good. So no, I'm not using a calculator to calculate the currents or the resistors because it's as bright as I want it to be pretty much, and the less you can push an LED, the better it is. I'm not going to push them to the max specifications anyway, so it's not rocket science. So yeah, the back side of this board is epoxied with solder mask and the front isn't. Okay, so here's my first problem. I've agreed that the brown sound's going to use this LED, which is going to need a 10k resistor to work with 9 volt, but the resistor on this to change is an SMD resistor, and I don't really deal with SMD resistors, I'm just getting into it now, so I don't have a 10k. So my idea is, what I do have is a 4K7. I can put 2 of them in series. That'll be at just about 10K, same sort of thing. So what I'm thinking I can hopefully do is put in 4K7 where the resistor goes, and then a 4K7 where the Zener diode used to go. And this board's already had one removed. So yeah, I'm fairly new to SMD, like I said, so my tools aren't the best, but they will definitely do the job just as well. Cool. I'll put in the JFETs. I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.